Hello scholars, welcome back to the Chong channel. So right now we're going to look at how to solve for the center and the radius of equation of circles. So before we actually begin, we need to understand the general formula for the equation of a circle, and it follows: x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So once again, the general formula for the equation of the circle goes as follows: x squared plus y squared equals r squared. Okay, but inside the parentheses, there's some extra stuff going on here. So one thing you need to remember, in math, anytime you see a negative sign, this means opposite sign. Negative means opposite sign. So let's write that down. So negative means opposite sign. So if you wanted to find the center, if you look over here, they did not put the negative signs here. So center is basically the opposite signs of what show up in the equation of the circle. So let's write that down. To find the center of the circle, you do the opposite signs of what shows up inside the parentheses. Now, radius is r. So whatever's at the end is radius squared. So if I wanted to just find the radius, I have to find the square root of whatever's at the end over here to give me the r. Okay, so let's look at the problem here. It says, what are the coordinates of the center and the length of the radius of a circle whose equation is as follows? So once again, equation of the circle is x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So I like to start with the radius first. So this is supposed to be r squared. So once again, x squared plus y squared equals r squared. Well, if r squared equals 16 and I want to find r, I got to find the square root. So the square root of 16 is 4. So we eliminate choice 1 and 2 because the radius is 4. Now, just like we mentioned on the side here, when you're finding the center, you have to do the opposite signs of whatever shows up inside the parentheses. So in the parentheses here, it's a 1. So that means the opposite sign would be a negative 1. Inside the parentheses here, it's a negative 5. So the opposite sign of negative 5 is positive 5. So it is choice 4. Okay, I hope that was clear enough. Now let's take it a step higher. So this one requires a little bit more work, but it's pretty much the same idea. We want to find so here it says the equation of the circle is the coordinates of the center is what we want to find, and we want to find the radius. So like I said before, I always like to do the radius first. So once again, it's x squared plus y squared equals r squared. That's the general equation of the circle formula. So if r squared is 8, I want to solve for r. The opposite of a square is square root. What you do on the left, you do to the right. Now, if I left it like that, you can see in the multiple choices, my radius do not show up because I have to simplify this in radical form. So what perfect square do you know will multiply to give me 8? 4, absolutely correct. So 4 times 2 gives me 8. Now the square root of 4 is 2. Now what's stuck inside? The 2 that was there before. So that's why the radius is 2 square root of 2. So I eliminate choice 1 and 2. So like we said, just like in the problem above, if I wanted to find the center, it's going to be the opposite sign of whatever's inside the parentheses. So the opposite of negative 3 is positive 3. And well, over here, this is kind of funny. There's nothing inside the parentheses. And in math, what do you call nothing? 0. And so it is choice 4. I hope that helped. Bye-bye.